Alright, hello there again, everyone. This is just going to be a quick little lecture on showing you some examples of students' projects from quarters past. So, every quarter, I like to save some of the best projects that people turn in for their final so I can share it with the next class to provide you with some inspiration, some ideas, and kind of show you what you guys will be capable of getting finished as we finish off these projects. So here's a few that I thought were done really well. So we'll just open them up, I'll scroll through them, and we can look at them that way and kind of see what's working with these different projects. So this is a student named Austin. So his was really well done. So again, these are all in PDF files, so as you can see, it's very easy for me to scroll through all these different pages. One of the next videos I'll be doing will be showing you how to save your files as a PDF, but again, I will be there on the day of the final next week from 2:30 to 6, so if you do need help with any last minute adjustments or suggestions on your artwork, we can do that. I can also help you save it as a PDF then, but the expectation will be that I will be there in class on the day of the final, and you can come in, ask for any last minute help, and then just drop off your PDF file. So again, this PDF file is the best way to organize your documents to display multiple pages of artwork. So here's Austin's. He chose to do the story of Frankenstein. As you can see here. So his design sense is really good. He has a little bit more of a simplified or cartoony style. So you can see the range of different things that he explores here in his thumbnails. Sometimes he's focusing on just the castle, the building. Sometimes he's focusing on multiple characters, different moments of the story when the monster is strapped down. But what I like about these thumbnails is they're very quick. They're very rough and they're not very polished. So each one would take him, 5 to 10 minutes to figure out, and then he could develop them further for his workup sketch. Here's one he did where he did it as kind of a very childlike studio, like Kid Frankenstein. Here's some more, again, very rough, just getting the ideas down there. So here's his studies. These are very cool too, especially since he has a more stylized style. He's able to do some different cartoony studies of chains, of tables. Clouds are really cool. These moons are neat, as well as tree shapes. So again, every quarter has slightly different requirements, so there's no reference photos for this quarter. I didn't do reference photos. So here's his workup sketches. So he wanted to just focus on the castle. So again, you can choose to focus in on different things. So here's some different versions of his castle. This one you can tell he's liking the best because it gets the most values and gets the most finish. And here's his final artwork. So really nice job here. So this is a cover image, obviously focusing just on that castle. And you can see really good value contrast, bright whites against the dark black there on the focal point. He did a good use of pattern here. So good use of some of those black and white patterns that all the way from that first project where you use patterns as fills to do that to kind of get some different textures in there. Same here with on these towers. But everything is simplified really nicely, so it kind of has that scarier mood, and he's exaggerating these shapes where he's elongating the shapes of the towers, adding points there. And he has strokes around all these shapes in the foreground and middle ground, and then when you get to the background of the clouds, the hills, and the moon, he just eliminates the strokes, which is nice, and then kind of a textured stroke along the clouds here. So that one was really nicely done, and again, his reflection. But you can see the variety of different things he's practicing there in his thumbnails. This is Camilla. She did the story The Snow Queen. Traditional fairy tale from Denmark, where she's from, so she directly related to this story and knew it very well. So she has a very precise style, so exploring a lot of different ideas, different moments in the story. Focusing on aspects of the mirror, going through the snow. Here's her studies, different mirrors, castles, people walking, costumes, studies for the Snow Queen. Here's some of her images. And here's her workup sketches. So nice. So full values on the workup sketch again. Just pencil. These are all from her sketchbook. Probably about 6 inches on this side here. So again, workup sketches should be about twice as big as the thumbnails. Nice work up there. Good details in here. So really nice sense of motion, action, the busyness, kind of some chaos going on here as well. So kind of a combination of two different moods, motion and chaos. And here's her 2 interior illustrations. So very nicely done. Good value contrast on this one here. Just enough detail so we kind of have one section where it gets really busy and then one section where it's left with more negative space. Good sense of motion in here. All these little characters are well done. Again, the ones closer to us are darker. These ones behind are just silhouettes and they're a little lighter. And here's her cover image. Good, very nice. So good depth in here and perspective. Kind of 2 focal points utilizing that symmetrical composition. Using a simple shape for the castle. Overall, very nicely done. Then let's look at Maria's here. So she did Don Quixote. So different moments in the story. Nice thumbnails here. She's already getting values and details in her thumbnails. Here's a nice page of studies looking at different horses, different shapes for windmills, different types of spears and weapons. So these studies should be a lot of fun for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy doing those. Here's her workup sketches. Some more details, values. So this one has good texture. So remember when I mentioned beating things up and making them dirty and worn? Very good example of that with these windmills. Good. See, so it's helpful to have this full value range in your workup sketch. Not saying it won't change when you go to final artwork, but it's going to make your job a lot easier. Then here's her final cover. So really nice job. So good silhouette shape. Putting light shapes against dark shapes there for the focal point. Just a good amount of detail in here and everything. So everything's on a diagonal too, so again a sense of movement. These little rocks that are popping up is a nice touch. And all these clouds are used as leading lines there. And good shapes here for a sense of perspective. So hopefully that gives you guys some ideas of projects that are well done. I'll scroll through one more here just kind of quickly so you can see it. So Lane also did Frankenstein. So again, just think about that process. Thumbnail to work up to final art. Good example of reference photos here. All photographs. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please email me about this process. But I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with.